Alright, so we are working on Pong. And we just finished up step 4. So before I go on to the next step, I'm going to make sure I save my work. Save project. And I'm going to click on this little triangle here to go to the next step. Step 5. Oh, step 5 says count hits on the right wall. Ah! So it says here, what do you want to happen when the ball hits the right wall? You could lose a point and return the ball to its starting position. How about that? So we're going to use a text box to keep track of the score during your game, it says. The text box can display your score, and the value in the text box can decrease when the ball hits the right wall. Using the text box tool in the toolbar, create a text box on the page. Okay, so here's the text box here. So here's the text box tool. It says create a text box. I'm clicking on it. I'm going to stick it here. It says right click on the text box, or if you're a Mac person like me, it's control click, and choose edit in the menu and name the box score. So see, the name right now is showing up as text 1. If I type in score, now it's called score. Select, oh, I didn't finish editing, I guess. Control edit. Select single line mode. So there's this little checkbox next to single line. I'm going to check that. So, okay. Choose the font, size, color, and style for the text. Oh, more to do. There. Oh, I see. No, that's not there, though. I'm going to hit cancel. So how do we do that? The font, size, color, and score. Well, I'm going to start. Actually, I'm going to do the next step first. I'm going to say set score 100. And it puts a 100 in there. So this is kind of cool. When you create a text box, you automatically get a procedure. You get two procedures actually that go along with the name of the text box. So one of them is set plus the name of the text box. So if I had another text box called time or something like that, I could say set time to 50, and it puts it in there. So every time you create a text box, you get a procedure for setting the value, for setting what's in there. Or I could say, I could have a text box mood, and I could say set mood happy, and now it's got the word happy in there. Okay, so you automatically get this set and the name of the text box will set some we'll put in there whatever you ask it to put in there. So if I say 100, it'll put in 100. If I say happy, it'll put in happy, and so on. Or I could say set time to my heading, right? And we'll stick it in there. Okay. And then you also automatically get a reporter with the name of the text box. So I could say show score, and it types out 100. Or I could say forward time, and it goes forward 280. Okay, so that's the idea with that. So that's a cool feature. So I'm going to get rid of these ones that I don't need. I'm going to say remove. So again, this is a control click on a Mac or a right click on Windows, and then remove. Okay, So, oh yeah, so I want to choose the font, size, color, and style. So to do that, I'm going to select this, what I have in here in the text box. I think you could also say, yeah, I think maybe if I'm just clicked in here and I say, yeah, select all, that'll do it too. And then you can go into text and you can pick all these different fonts. I got a bazillion fonts. Let's take Comic Sans, how about that? And the size, let's make it nice and big. And what else? Color. You could set the color if you wanted to. How about blue? What does that look like? Okay. So we can do all of that. And then what? Okay, so now program the ball to react when it hits the wall. Okay, I think I want to resize this. It's kind of big. So what you can do is click like you're going to drag with the mouse. You know, click and drag like this, and just you start outside of the text box and then drag over, so that your rectangle overlaps the text box, and then you get all these little drag handles here, these little black squares. So I'm going to pull this one, and notice that my cursor changes to a cross when I go over it. So I'll just drag it. I just want to make this smaller. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I like that better. I'm going to go here. And okay, so now I have my score box set up, and now I want to program the ball to react when it hits the right wall. So the right wall, when it hits this guy, right? Open the ball turtle's backpack. Again, we got the backpack open, and we're going to go to the Procedures tab. We're going to teach a new word. So notice there's a Procedures tab in the backpack, and there's a Procedures tab in the project. So you can put procedures in both places. There is a difference. So basically, the procedures that I write in here, the ball, because this is the ball's backpack, the ball is going to know how to do these, but the paddle won't. Okay. Anything that you write in this procedures tab, the whole microworlds environment, it can apply, anywhere in the microworlds environment. So it's more general. So this is going to be, we're going to teach the ball how to miss. Okay. So if I miss, I'm going to set the score to, I want to take 1 point off from the score. So right now, if I show the score right now, the score is 100. Or I could go forward by the score, right? And that moves me 100. So score right now is a reporter that just gives a 100 to any other procedure that needs a number. Okay? Well, set score needs a value, right? So if I say set score, let's make another text box for a second. So this one's called is called text 1. So if I say set text 1 to score, it puts a 100 in there because score is 100, right? But I want one less. If I want score to go down by 1, I could say set text 1 to score -1, and that will set the box text 1 to 99. Okay, so that's what I want to do, but I want to do it with the score box, right? I don't want this extra box. I don't need this. remove it. So instead of saying set text 1 to score -1, I'm going to say set score to score -1. And that way, when I hit enter, he's going to go to 99, and then to 98, and then to 97. Okay? So that's what I want to do. I want to miss, I want to say set score to score -1. And then, what do I want to happen? I want the ball to go back to the middle of the page, right? Because, well, I don't want it to keep going. I don't want it to bounce off of here. What I want to do is change the score and just start them again in the middle there. So I'm going to say I'm going to say set pause to 0, 0 and end. Okay. Now, I notice in the tutorial they say ball, comma, set pause. You could say that, but there's a couple of problems with that. One of them is that, I don't know, I like keeping the capitalization consistent. This is a capital B. I would use a capital B down here, but since you're in the ball backpack to begin with, there's really no other turtle that you're going to be talking to at this point. So you could leave off that ball comma, and just since you're in the backpack. If you were in if you were over here, that might be a good idea to say ball comma, because when you're in the, like, this is like for general consumption, you might want to make sure you're talking to the ball, right? So now we have, okay, so now the ball knows this new word, miss. Paddle does not know this word. So paddle and ball actually technically could both do this bounce. We both understand what bounce means, but only a ball understands what miss means because it's in his backpack. Alright, so let's go. It says now we defined the procedure, then click on the rules tab and select the color for the right wall. So my right wall is this blue color, so whatever color you picked, it's the sky. Theirs is red. So whatever color you picked for the right wall, that's what you want to put here. And then in the instruction field for this color, we're going to put miss. Okay. So notice if I go like back up to black, there's no instructions for black. So this is going to blank out when you go to black or white or any color that doesn't have instructions. But the colors that have instructions with them, you'll see a little dot in them. So sky has miss and magenta has bounce. Okay. So now let's set score to 100. And let's click on this guy and click on this guy and see what we can do. So this is moving kind of slow. I think actually I'm going to stop this for a second. I think I want to go like forward 7 maybe. See what that seems like. A little bit faster, huh? You could also make the weight shorter, maybe like make the weight 0.5 or something if that was too slow. But here I'm going to do this, and now boink. Okay, so it bounces off there, and now let's see what happens when I hit this wall. Boom, I go to 99 and I go to the middle. That's what I wanted. Okay, so it's starting to look like a game. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to hit stop all. So it looks like we have the basic features. We know we can bounce off the paddle, bounce off the left wall, and miss off the right wall. So again, this is the way that you develop programs. You build a little bit, and then you test it and make sure it works. Build a little more, test it, make sure it works. And always, 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 between steps or whenever you've done a little bit that you don't want to have to do all over again, save your work. Alright, so that was step 5. And in the next video we'll be going to step 6 to do a start button.